Hey y'all, this your girl RDC, and I'm here with my first ever episode of Stars and Scripture. So guys, let me give you a little bit of background information on why I wanted to start Stars and Scriptures. Because all of my life I've been raised as a Christian. And as all of my subscribers know that are Christians as well, that in church we were always taught that the horoscope was evil. Okay. But I've always been fascinated with reading my horoscope. And there's been times in my life where I wanted to read my horoscope, but I felt like I didn't want to mix the two. But guys, this is 2020. There are different scriptures in the Bible that talks about the stars and how the stars helped certain characters or people in the Bible to get to different places, okay? And that's the same thing that goes along with the horoscope. So I'm just here to bring inspiration to everyone. And at the end of my video, I will have a scripture just to back myself up when it comes to mixing these two things together. But here we go with the first episode of Stars and Scriptures. Okay, guys, so let's get started with our first episode of Stars and Scriptures, okay? So we're going to get right into stars, okay? And so for March 5th, I want to say happy birthday to anybody who was born today. You are a Pisces, the water sign, all right? Which means that right now you may be having a sensitive time in your life, or you may just be getting over a sensitive time. But Pisces, you guys are creative individuals. You are knowledgeable of your surroundings, all right? So you can deal with whatever it is that may have you feeling sensitive right now. But if I'm talking to the people who just got over the sensitive time, right now you may be dealing with your finances and you feel that you just got over the hump and you're starting to see things are coming together when it comes to your money, all right? So you're on the right path to your financial freedom. So another thing that I want to say for Pisces is to just keep up with your health, all right? Stay adventurous. Time is on your side, all right? The last thing that I want to say for Pisces is for any of you guys who are not married, it's time to stop being a player. It's time to settle down with that right one. And that right one is going to hit you when you least expect it. So be prepared, okay? And so, some famous birthdays for March 5th is Madison Beer. She is a singer and an actress, guys. If you want to learn more about her, you can look her up. Also, another famous birthday for March 5th was Henry II, who was the King of England, all right? So that wraps up my stars for today. And once again, I want to say happy birthday to anybody who was born on March 5th. So guys, this brings me to the second part of my inspiration, which is the verse of the day. And the verse of the day is Psalms 13, verses 5 through 6. Verse 5 reads, "But I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation." Verse 6 says, "I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me." So today, my Christians, my red stars, I want you to think to yourself and say these words. The Lord has been good to me. The Lord has been good to me. Now I want you to think of a time in your life where you didn't know how you was going to get through a situation, but God came through. He answered your prayer. And he's going to do the same thing for you today. Whatever it is that you may be going through, just know that God has your back, okay? So the word that stuck out to me today, guys, from the verse, verse 6 was the word bountifully. And when I think about the word bountifully, I think of generous giving. I think of times where I may have needed money for something and didn't know where it was going to come from. And God made that happen. God is a generous giver. So today, Christians, thank God for his generosity. All right. And a few other words that I feel relates to bountifully is freely, lavishly, and abundantly. And God offers that to us all with his love. Okay? So remember these words. The Lord has been good to me. So, my red stars, this was the first episode of Stars and Scriptures where everyone could come and get their inspiration. So stay tuned for another episode. And have a great March 5th.